Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Friday, June 21st. So, I still have a little bit of a cough. Man, that just stays and stays and stays, doesn't it, when you're sick? So, I've had a good week. Had a long work day yesterday, but I'm off today, so very glad about that. So we'll just get right into it. I do have some updates on the mini library, so I will take you out there and show you that. Let's talk about my Medusa Booknook. I finished painting it this morning. You know, I'm not going to show you guys it until I'm completely done. I have some little details I want to add to it, and stuff's coming in the mail today. So it turned out so much better than I had anticipated, I think. I used acrylic paint for all of it, and then I used stickles, which is basically like glitter glue, to add glitter to parts of it. It turned out really good. I now realize, though, why people on Etsy are charging $125, $200 to paint it, because it took me all week to paint it. I didn't want to do a crappy job, so I had to take my time. But I think I've really nailed it, especially her eye makeup, which was, the face was my most hesitant part, because I really wanted to get the eyes right. And I wound up using, for her eyeshadow and blush, I used chalk pastel that I had. And it worked out so good. It worked out so good. And I had bought like color shifting paint for her fingernails. So it's like purpley gold. And I'll tell you, so the extra things I'm going to add, which were actually Bill's idea. He said I should add fake eyelashes. And they came in the mail yesterday, and I tried it. I about screamed. It's going to look so good. And then, you know, she is wearing some jewelry. So they're like a headdress, and then she's wearing like a ring. So I bought small gems that like would go on fingernails. And I'm going to try to glue gems. I mean, if I can make this work, it is going to just escalate it to just so fantastic. The eyelashes, I literally screamed when I did it. Very exciting. So I'm hoping to have it done tomorrow. So I will do a video on Sunday and show you guys. Okay, so reading. I finished, oh, I can't set that there. I finished Leanne Moriarty's Apples Never Fall, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And you know, a lot of people hated it. I loved it. And I wanted to show you, one of the things that I got was a book stamp. So one of you, and I forget who, I'm so sorry, sent me a thing on Instagram that showed a book, not a stamp, but like an embosser, where like if you're a notary, you have that thing where you clip the page and it makes an indent. Well, when I started looking, they make stamps, and I got one that says from the library of Danielle Jones. So here is the stamp. I got it in purple. So cup of coffee, books. Isn't it so cute? So now I went through and I stamped all of my books. And as I read them, I stamp them. So after I read that, I chose out of the to be read jar, Ruth Ware's One Perfect Couple. I hated this book. And I don't like to say that, because I love authors. I think every author that is able to write a book is fantastic, because I can't imagine what it's like to sit down and write a book. And I love Ruth Ware. I still love her as an author. You know, every book that somebody writes, I guess, can't be a home run, right? It was just, I kept expecting something to happen. And there was a tiny twist at the end. And it was just like, I actually gave this 2 stars on Goodreads. I've never given a book 2 stars. This just wasn't for me. It was about people that were on a reality show and a big storm hit and they were stranded on the island. Yeah, it just fell really flat for me, but I finished it because I bought the book. So just, yeah, no. So the next one I picked out of my, my to be read, and I was very happy because, you know, I kind of hold my breath when I pick out the tag from the to be read, like, what book is it going to be? Because let me tell you, when I pick out 11 Stephen King book, that's over 800 pages, I want to read it, but I'm like, yeah. So I picked up Bitter House by Kirsten Moglen. This is her new one, so very excited to read this. I've started reading. I read like the first chapter this morning while I was having coffee. So I will be reading that. But I did get some books in the mail. So I wanted to show you some to add to my library that I've already read. I think only one that I've already read. So Frida McFadden's new book, The Housemaid is Watching. You either love it or hate it. So this is the third in a series of the Housemaid books. There was somebody who I belong to many book groups on Facebook, and someone hated this book. They gave it like 1 star. And I was like, I love all of Frida McFadden. There hasn't been one that I've disliked. So we'll see. She is having one come out called The Boyfriend. Can't wait to read that one. Love her stuff though. So got that. Then I got this book called My Husband by Maud Ventura. It sounded strange when I read about it online, and I kind of like strange stuff. Like I said, I'm trying to expand my repertoire of books, like what I read. So the premise of this one, it says, at 40 years old, she has an enviable life, a successful career, stunning looks, a beautiful house in the suburbs, 2 healthy children, and most importantly, an ideal husband whose wealthy background allows her to transcend her own social class. After 15 years together, she is still besotted with him, but she's never quite sure that her passion is reciprocated. Determined to keep their relationship perfect, ma'am, she meticulously prepares for every encounter they have, always taking care to make her actions seem effortless. She watches him attentively, testing him to make sure that he still loves her just as much as he did when they first met, until one day she realizes she may have gone too far. This sounds like this is going to be a descent into madness, this woman. And Maud Ventura lives in Paris. That's what it says on the back of the book. Yeah, so if any of you have read this, is it crazy? Because what I read online, it seemed crazy. And then Jodi Picoult, The Book of Two Ways. This almost is like a sliding doors where you see how if she chose one thing, it goes one way, and then if she chose another, it goes another way. I have not read a Jodi Picoult book that I have hated. A lot of people hated Mad Honey. I loved that book. I absolutely, and at the end, was not predicting it. Loved it. Stephen, is that Chbosky? The Perks of Being a Wallflower. So I have heard, now this is a small book, right? Look how small it is, like compared to this one. But this is a series also. And this is such a popular book. I was like, I'm going to get this. I even added to my book list on Amazon, Animal Farm by George Orwell, which is less than 100 pages, but I've never read it. And it's like, why haven't I read that? Okay, we're going to leave that one until last because I have something to say about that one. This one I have heard so much about, and I was like, okay, this is The Push by Ashley Aldrain. A lot of people talk about this book. Whole lot. Had to get it. This one is going in my library that I've already read, Ruth Ware's In a Dark, Dark Wood. This is the first book she ever wrote, and this is my favorite one by her. Yeah, I mean, she wrote One by One, which I loved. The Woman in Cabin 10, I loved. The It Girl, I loved. So many. So I will always get her books. I love the cover of this, though. But this is the book that the one night I was reading, it scared me so bad I thought somebody was breaking in that I woke Bill up and he went outside and it was a plant scratching the window. And he told me, stop fucking reading that shit at night. I'm telling you, I thought somebody was breaking in. I am not lying. Okay, the last book that I got. This has to be the most talked about book that I have seen in all of my book groups. And I'm like, why have I not read this yet? So I asked Jill, I'm like, have you read this? Because the book's been out for quite some time. And she's like, yeah, it was really weird, but the author intended it that way. What does that mean? It is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I have heard so much about this book. People love it. Can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop talking about it. And then others hate it. So finally I was like, all right, I got to read it. I got to read it. I'm going to read it at some point. Okay, I've done no stitching this week and no diamond painting. Any spare time I had besides reading was spent painting Medusa. Like I said, it took me all week to paint it. So I'm going to take you out there and show you more of the little miniature stuff that came. I'm really looking forward to the dog and the bunny coming because I really want to sit them in the chairs. And some stuff's coming today. Like I bought a set of 10 more mini books to go on the to be read table. And that's coming, and I forget what else is coming. One thing I'm in the market for, so I wanted to get the dog and the bunny a little blanket for the chair, but I'm like, do I really need that? No, I don't. Because some of the things, even for a dollhouse, in my opinion, is too big for what I want to do out there. But what I really want to get, and I haven't been able to find it, you know how I have my TBR road sign that was 3D printed in front of the books? I really wanted a little sign that would stand up in front of the books to say TBR or to be read. I haven't been able to find one because every sign that I see on Etsy that you can get custom, it's still too big. Like it looks too big. I think that may be something I'm just going to have to not have because I can't figure out how to do it. I haven't been able to find someone. I mean, it needs to be really small. And most things for a dollhouse are either 1/6 scale or 1/12. But okay, enough talking. Oh, I am going to show you. I'll come back. I looked through the most recent issue, the Halloween, just cross-stitch Halloween issue for 2024. And I looked through it today and marked my favorite ones, and we'll talk about that. I'll show you. I forgot I had that. Okay. Are you ready? All right, I'm going to pull a chair around so I can sit and be at eye level. Bear with me for a second here. Okay. Here is what it looks like currently. All right, so let's talk about this first. So this is going to be the dog's chair. Now, normally I would have had it pushed under here, right? But I was like, eh. So this little side table I was going to have in the corner for plants. And I decided not to. I was like, the dog needs a table because I bought that little mug and saucer. That came in yesterday. I also got a tiny sleeping cat for the top of, are you kidding me right now with that? I have 2 trailing plants coming that I'm going to put here and here. I did get the vase of flowers, so that's now in the corner. And then I also got, look at this little lamp. Watch when I turn it on because it's battery operated. Wait a minute. I have a hell of a time turning it on. Can you even right now? When it's dark, it lights up that whole room. Now, I also have a corner lamp that is battery operated that's coming. I need to stick this picture up better. It like doesn't stick. Actually, I think what I'm going to do, well, no. So I have a painting coming today, a small painting that is the Scream, not the Scream, the other one, Starry Night. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over and put Starry Night next to here. I had an idea of decorating a little bit like for holidays like Christmas and Halloween and stuff, because they have little miniatures for that. And maybe just adding some artwork to decorate, like maybe putting some small pictures up here. And then I have this wall. But yeah, this always winds up being crooked. So I need to figure out a better way to stick that on. And then the last thing I bought, that is a tiny Yankee candle. I want to go in and I want to buy some more of them. They're like $6 a piece though. That seems really pricey, but it smells like it. I got balsam and cedar, which is my favorite Yankee candle scent. But I thought it would be cool to get like little things to go on these little shelves, like maybe a tiny plant. Well, I don't know, but the candle, yeah. And she had like 4 or 5 different scents. So, but can you even with that lamp? I can't. And the cat. I think the plants are going to look really good. I don't know when they're getting here, but yeah. So for like Halloween, there is a little miniature set that looks like a pumpkin pie, and like 2 pieces are cut out and they're on saucers. Seriously, the rabbit and the dog are going to be eating pumpkin pie. I mean, this has just turned out so friggin' cute. I can't. I literally can't. I did buy a little Christmas tree that's like wire, so I would probably set that on this table. I have little bookends coming and the books. So the books are coming today. I don't know when the bookends are coming, but yeah, it's so cute. I can't. And I just stuck that lamp up there with my mini glue dots because why not? Okay. Yeah, it sticks so good. That's what I need to stick this sign on with instead of the putty. I was using museum putty or Quake Hold or whatever that is. But yeah, isn't it turning out so good? It looks so cute. I can't. Okay, I'm going to flip you guys around. I'm going to pause and we're going to look through my favorite designs in the Just Cross Stitch 2024 Halloween issue. Okay, here is the cover. You can see all the tags I have. Now, there are different things I like in here, not just for the pattern necessarily, but for how they finished it, because I'm always looking for interesting finishing ideas. Okay, so the first one I liked was this Nevermore one. I love how they finished it, but I love the simplicity of that. I think I would try to stitch it maybe on something a little darker so the white would really pop, but I realized that with black and brown. You could stitch it on a really nice blue maybe. Yeah. So that was the first one. And then the next one, I love the fabric on this one. And the design is pretty cool. I really love that fabric. Orangey, pinky. It's Aida. I really love the white. It's so cool. This is a very different looking pattern. I like that very much. And that's by Marumi Designs. These designers now, I've never heard of them. All right, I'm trying to go in order here. Just bear with me for a second. Okay. This design, I didn't necessarily like the design. I love how they finished it. This one. See these metal corners? They are from the Tim Holtz line, and this person got them at Hobby Lobby. So they probably fit over it. I really love that idea. I may have to steal that for an ornament finishing. Yeah, I really love that. Okay. Okay, this I love the finishing and kind of like the pattern. It's kind of creepy though. But look at that. Look how they finished it into a bell pull. So this is 3 different things stitched. Till death do us part. Is that what it? Even when death do us part. So this made me think of McKenna because she loves skulls and skeletons. This would be good for her to stitch. Yeah, I really liked how they finished it though. And I'm going to be seeing her next month, and I can't wait. The New Jersey retreats next month. Already. I mean, it's almost already here. Okay, I really like this pattern. I don't know if I would stitch it, but it's a black cat sampler, and I thought it would be very well received by a bunch of people. I love how it says meow, and the cat is sitting on top of the M, and I love the yellow moon. Yeah. Love. Okay, this one I loved too. I love the finishing and the stitching. I love the border, the checkered border that's purple and orange. Very simple. I love that one. And you could even do, like for the web and for the spider legs, you can do black petite treasure braid to make it a little sparkly. Yeah. I always try to do that with like spider webs and stuff. Okay, this one I loved because it was stitched on perforated paper. It is called Witch's Apron, and I love how they did, I can't show you too much because the pattern's on the bottom. I love how they did the ribbon to look like you would tie it behind your back. That's so cool. And that's what the great thing too about perforated paper is it lets you can cut it. So you can cut it to whatever shape that you want to have it. Oh, I also loved this one. You know I'm a sucker for anything coffee, right? This is Magic Beans Cafe. This one, love it. I don't know that I would stitch it on that fabric because I feel like the yellow doesn't pop, but I really, really like that one. The cauldron, the coffee beans, yeah. Okay, this one I kind of like. I love her hair. It is called Toil and Trouble. I love her hair so much, and the purple and all of that. And the cat looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know if I would stitch that, but I love it. I love the hair. Okay, I skipped one. Where, let me see. Oh, okay. I love this one because it is stitched on perforated plastic. Yes, they have perforated plastic. That's solidly stitched. And again, just like perforated paper, you can cut it to the shape you want. So I really love this one. And I love this. This looks like the, what did they use? Cloth covered floral wire. So they just bought floral wire and did that. I love it. I love perforated paper, plastic, all that. Okay. Trying to find the next one. Okay, I love these because they are on potion bottles. I love creative finishing. Isn't that so cool? They're very neat. I like them very much. Okay, then there is a section called Annie's Craft Store where she puts needlework, tools, notions. I think I have to get this mug. I need a mug like I need a hole in the head. We know this, right? But this is a fancy cat mug, and I love it so much because the cat's tail is the handle. And the cat is wearing big oversized glasses. Love. I don't know how much this mug is. You have to go to the store, which is anniescraftstore.com. So when I'm done filming this, I'm going to check out how much that mug is. You may see that in a future video. Okay. I love this trick-or-treat bag. I just love candy. Stitching candy. They had two other ones in the series. I didn't really care for those, but I really liked the trick-or-treat one with the candy. And then the last tag that I had. Okay, yeah. These are ornaments. And they're kind of a play on words. So my favorite one is Frankenstein, like a beer stein. Are you kidding me right now? Look how cute he is. And then there were the other ones, 3 other ones. So Spider, what's it say? Spider Cider, Pirates Pilsner, that brew. I love the Frankenstein. I may really have to stitch that one. That one's just way too cute. But yeah, there are a lot of designs in this magazine. I like to get the paper version, although if I want to print out the pattern, I have free digital access because I'm a subscriber. But yeah, pick it up. I got mine from 123 Stitch. You can put, everybody's got it. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I got. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you have all had a good week. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.